Hello Guardians, Deranged Shaman back here with another video for you. Today we're going to do a little something different. We're going to take a look at all of the exotic weapons and certain legendary weapons and their catalysts, which are going away once we get to Beyond Light in November. The reason being that 4 different planets, Io, Titan, Mercury, and Mars, as well as the Leviathan, are going to be going away on November 10th when Beyond Light releases. Although, if the past holds true, then they will be added back to the game at some point. I'm not sure how you would get them then, maybe through a different quest, or maybe through random drops. But in any case, if you wanted to get them now before the planets and the quest went away in November, now would be the time. So we're going to start with the Year 1 quest weapons. All of these weapons can be obtained from a planetary vendor and can be worked on throughout the remainder of the campaign from which you pick it up on that planet. We're going to begin with Rat King, which can be picked up from Sloan on Titan. It's called the Enemy of My Enemy quest. The Rat King itself isn't a bad gun to have, it can actually be pretty fun. If you reload after killing an enemy, you will turn invisible, no matter which class you are, as well as if you have other members of your fire team with the Rat King as well, it increases the damage for every member that has it. The Whisper of the Worm, otherwise known as the ex-DPS King of Destiny 2, is found on Io. It's a special mission that you have to run within 20 minutes in order to get the gun, and then you have to run it in several other ways in order to get the catalyst done as well. The main perk for Whisper of the Worm is White Nail, where you land 3 precision shots and it reloads your ammo from your reserves. The catalyst gives you a perk called Whispered Breathing, where if you aim down sights for long enough, it will increase damage once you take that shot. The Polaris Lance is a scout rifle that you obtain from Annabray on Mars as part of the Nascent Dawn quest. It's a 5-week quest, so you might want to get started on it soon. But the special perk for the Polaris Lance is that if you land 4 precision shots in a row, the 5th one, called the Perfect Shot, causes an elemental explosion. Once you get the catalyst, which is the part 5 of the quest, the explosion becomes a lot bigger upon the perfect 5th. The Worldline Zero is an exotic sword that you pick up on Mars. There are 50 data fragments all around Mars, and you have to shoot at least 45 in order to obtain the sword. Its exotic perk is Tesseract, where if you sprint with the sword in your hands long enough, you can perform a special attack that causes a lot of damage. The catalyst can be obtained from performing the special attack on each escalation protocol boss, which takes about 3 weeks, so once again, you might want to get on it. And now for one of my personal favorites, the Sleeper Stimulant. This is a weapon that returned from D1. It does a lot of damage, and if you angle it just right, you can actually take out a group of adds with a reflection shot that actually splits into several different beams. The quest that gives you the Sleeper Stimulant is on Mars, and it's called the Machine's Gun. It's part of the Ikelos series. The catalyst can only be found in the prestige version of the Spire of Stars raid, which is also going away in November along with Mars. So in order to get this gun, you'd have to do it before then. Next we have one of the only 2 shotguns to be in the heavy slot, the Legend of Acreus. It does a lot of damage for every shot that it has, as well as you can kill multiple adds if they're standing in front of you when you get the shot off. The quest for the gun begins on Nessus with the On the Comms quest. You'll find it in your heavy slot. But it ends in the Leviathan raid, and the catalyst comes from the prestige version of the Leviathan raid. So get on it while you can. Next, we also have another personal favorite of mine, the Bad Juju. It is a pulse rifle that has the perk String of Curses, in which every kill that you get increases the damage up to a ×5 multiplier. Kills with the weapon also refill the magazine, which helps with the ammo economy. Kills also generate energy for your super. The only way to get the gun is to open up the tribute hall on the Leviathan. The mission itself is called Spellbound. In order to get the catalyst, you have to give 45 tributes in the tribute hall. It can be a bit costly or time consuming, but this weapon is a must for any super generating build you have. Next we have more of a fun weapon, the Truth rocket launcher. It has pretty good tracking on the missiles, which really helps in PvP. It also really helps if you get flinched by something like an auto rifle or a pulse rifle while aiming down sights. The quest to get the weapon is just called Truth. You can pick it up from Warner 9940 at the barge on Nessus, or Benedict 9940 at the tower. It is a very simple quest. All you have to do is make sure that it's the right week to defeat Arunok, beloved by Callus, in the Menagerie. However, if it's another boss that week, you will not get the Truth that way. So get in the Menagerie, get the Truth, and make you some meme videos. Next, we have another previous DPS king in the game, the Izanagi's Burden, which is probably the longest quest you will have to complete on this list. It is called Lock and Key, or the Mysterious Box quest, and can only be completed through the Forges, with some steps taking place on the Leviathan. The Forges themselves rotate every 3 days, so it does take some time to complete, but it can be well worth it. The Izanagi's Burden is a kinetic sniper rifle that when you hit the reload button with a full clip, it will combine all 4 bullets into one that causes massive damage. This perk is called Honed Edge. You can also just use 2 or 3 bullets and it will give you a damage buff, but all 4 bullets combined together is the best. The Catalyst can only be obtained from completing the heroic version of the Menagerie. Okay, so the rest of the weapons that we have on the docket today are not exactly necessarily halves, but the ability to get them are going away, and so I thought I would include them on this list. We'll begin with the Teraba, which you can get from the Crown of Sorrows raid. It's also known as the Terrible because it's not incredibly useful over other weapons. We also have the Beloved Sniper Rifle, probably one of the best in the game. However, it's not being carried forth, it will be sunset. Still a good weapon to have if you want it though, you can get it through the Menagerie. As well as the Callus Mini Tool, that's also in the Menagerie. The Drang, which is also in the Menagerie. The second version, it's called the Baroque version. There are also 3 exotics you can get through doing just the Mars campaign, the Warmine campaign, and that is the Wormhusk Crown for the Hunter, very useful in PvP, the Worm's God Caress for the Titan, and the Verity Brow for the Warlock. And so that's it. That's the video. Every weapon I can think of going away that you might want to grab. So, this is Deranged Shaman. Thanks for letting me be your shaman, and have a great day.